Hello everyone, my name is Lucas, and today we will be going over everything you need to know about Sapienza in Hitman. Now, for a warning, unlike last video where I'm semi-fluent in French and knew how to pronounce things, I don't speak any Italian, so there are going to be a lot of mispronunciations of this video. I am so sorry to any Italians watching. But without further ado, let's get into it. Sapienza is the second map in Hitman and the second map in the World of Assassination trilogy. The main mission that goes with Sapienza is World of Tomorrow. 47 is tasked with taking out Silvio Caruso, Francesca DeSantis, and a virus prototype being developed by the two. Background: Silvio. Dr. Silvio Caruso is a renowned Italian bioengineer working for the Ether Biotech Corporation. Speaking of them, since they'll be mentioned quite frequently going forward, let's take a detour and talk about them. Background: Ether. Ether Biotech Corporation, often shortened to just Ether, is a major antagonist throughout the World of Assassination trilogy. They are a subsidiary of the Carlyle Group and are headquartered in Johannesburg, South Africa. They are one of Providence's main assets, and they acquired the estate of Dr. Otto Wolfgang Ortmeyer after his death at the hands of 47. Sometime before 2019, they started Project Samael, which is a virus that can kill anyone if exposed to their DNA beforehand. They gave the project lead to Silvio. After Project Samael's destruction by 47 during the events of World of Tomorrow, they sent a Providence herald by the name of Hajun, who happens to be Yuki Yamazaki's lover, to Sapienza to investigate. 2 weeks later, he headed back to Johannesburg to report his findings to the board, but was tracked by Lucas Gray. Gray isolated him in a parking lot and demanded him to hand over a vault key. Hajun complied, then was executed by Gray. A little bit later in 2019, they successfully developed a cure for Ottmeyer's amnesia serum. However, in 2020, this antidote was stolen by Lucas Gray using the key obtained from Hajun. While at Ether headquarters, he also decided to kidnap Nellis DeWall, Ether's CEO. These two events caused Ether's stock to tank and they went underground for a while. Fun fact: ironically, all the poison 47 uses on his contracts is developed by Ether. Back to Mr. Caruso. Silvio is an incredibly awkward but gifted man. He was heavily bullied in school and is the youngest of 3 brothers. When his 2 older twin brothers ran away, his mother Isabella became very possessive over Silvio. She started to manipulate him and make him feel like a failure so he would devote himself to her. This made him develop severe gynophobia, aka the fear of women. In 2017, Isabella died from what looked like natural causes, and soon after, Silvio was offered project lead on Project Samael by Ether. Due to his crippling social anxiety, he convinced Ether to build a laboratory underneath his family's villa. However, sometime in 2018, Silvio suffered a massive mental breakdown, claiming that his mother was haunting him and trying to get revenge. This event made Ether seem as more of a liability than an asset, so they hired DeSantis to spy on him. Fun fact: if Silvio is spooked, he will run to the cave and try to flee via an escape plane. If he does so successfully, you instantly fail the contract. Background: Francesca. Francesca DeSantis is a researcher for Ether. She grew up in Florence and studied graphology in college, which I had never heard of before researching this video, but is apparently the study of handwriting. She was sent to spy on Silvio and take over as project lead for Project Samael. While at the villa, she began to fall for Roberto Vargas, Silvio's golf coach. Background: Sapienza. Using the information obtained during the Johannesburg break-in, Lucas Gray informed one of Ether's majority shareholders about the virus being developed. Citing ethical reasons, she contracted the ICA to take out the virus and kill the project leads. This takes place sometime in October of 2019. Here's the briefing.
Good morning, 47. Your destination is the coastal town of Sapienza, also known as the Jewel of the Amalfi Coast. Your target is a former client of ours, Silvio Caruso, a brilliant but troubled bioengineer employed by the Ether Biotech Corporation. Renowned for his early stem cell research, Caruso is now reportedly working on a far more disturbing project: a DNA-specific virus able to infect anyone, anywhere in the world. Imagine a bullet, fired in any direction, passing through countless bodies without inflicting harm, invisible and undetectable until it strikes its target. A world of armchair assassins killing with impunity. This is what awaits us, unless Caruso is stopped. Our client, one of Ether's major private stockholders, wants the project cancelled on ethical grounds, but without destroying the company in the process. She has asked us to eliminate Silvio Caruso and destroy the yet unfinished virus prototype. You will also need to deal with Caruso's lab head, Francesca DeSantis, a high-level Ether employee and cutthroat corporate climber who holds intimate knowledge of Caruso's research and could potentially carry on in his place. This is no ordinary contract, 47. Caruso's virus is a serious threat to our craft and trade, not to mention our core ideals. So failure is not an option. I'll leave you to prepare.
Sapienza Layout. Sapienza's layout consists of 4 main areas: the villa, lab, town center, and beach. With the exception of a few mission stories, there is absolutely no reason to venture outside the villa in World of Tomorrow, as both targets and the virus don't leave it. Silvio has spent most of his time practicing golf and in the observatory writing his memoir. Francesca, on the other hand, will spend most of her time pacing the upper floors of the villa, and the virus, being an inanimate object, stays in the lab the entire level. Unique NPCs. World of Tomorrow features 14 unique NPCs, and they are as follows. Roberto Vargas is Silvio's 33-year-old personal golf coach. Roberto is a known womanizer that usually goes after younger women. He can usually be found on the golf course teaching Silvio. However, while Silvio roams, Roberto will go on the cliffside to call DeSantis about their date. When Silvio confronts him about their affair, he adamantly denies it. He drinks from a bottle of water by the pool that can be poisoned. Dr. Oscar Lafayette is a therapist and renowned writer. He was hired by Ether to cure Silvio. He also claims to have cured Jordan Cross's alcoholism after the Hannah Highmore trial, but the events of Club 27 show this to be untrue. He drinks a coffee at the ice cream shop that can be poisoned. Marcello Rey is Silvio's head chef. Before being hired by Silvio, he was a world-renowned chef that had many restaurants before the Great Recession hit. He appears very unhappy in his job, however, as he will occasionally call his friend begging him to find another employment opportunity so he can escape. Mario and Luigi Salvatore are 2 plumbers that walk around the sewers wearing red and green outfits and are obvious references to the Super Mario Brothers. Craig Rocco McVeigh is a kitchen assistant under Chef Ray. He's very lazy, not showing up to work, and be found having an argument with his sister on the street. Craig McVeigh is a real person, however, who won the Hitman Sniper Challenge and got his face scanned into the game as a prize. Fun fact, if you ring his doorbell dressed as a priest, he'll claim to be Buddhist. Father Francesco is a Catholic priest for the church in Sapienza. He mainly walks around the church, not doing much. Orlando Zito is a cyclist that gets hit by a delivery van and can be found at the entrance of town on the ground writhing in pain. After a while, he will get up and sit on a nearby bench. Sal Falcone is a private detective from Milan hired by DeSantis. He can be found sleeping on a bench, and if woken up, will call DeSantis and meet her at the pier. It is revealed that Silvio hired Falcone months prior to get DNA samples of his high school bullies, most likely to target with Project Samael. Falcone is a rare case of a super enforcer, as he can see through every disguise, including your starting suit. Umberto Magazzini is a street performer who works near the beach. He drinks from a bottle of water behind him that can be poisoned. Claudia De Mayo is Rocco's older sister who helped him get the job of kitchen assistant. Torres Piumbo is a street dealer who lives above the town hall in Sapienza. In Three-Headed Serpent in Hitman 2, it is revealed that he works for the Delgado cartel. Terenzo Indizri is Silvio's personal butler. Not much else is known. Viana Bucco is an ether scientist who is responsible for the death of a co-worker due to a gas leak she caused. She starts the mission in the confessional, asking Father Francesco if it's right for her to see her friend in the morgue. When he says yes, she goes to the morgue and you can knock her out to take her dongle, which can be used to destroy the virus remotely. Fun fact, she is one of the few non-target NPCs to have a personal bodyguard. Disguises. There are a total of 26 disguises in World of Tomorrow, with 12 of them being unique. They are as follows. Italian Suit, which can be obtained by starting the mission. Biolab Security, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the caves, basement, ground floor, first floor, and outside the villa. Bodyguard, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the church sewers, the clock tower, ice cream shop, and lawyer's office. Bohemian, which can be obtained by knocking out Torres Payumbo and allows access to Payumbo's apartment. That is it. Butler, which can be obtained by knocking out Terenzo and Deesery and allows access to everywhere in the villa minus Silvio's personal quarters and the observatory. Church Staff, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the church, graveyard, and morgue. Cyclist, which can be obtained by knocking out Orlando Zito and is a copy of 47's suit. Delivery Man, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the front yard, garden, and ground floor of the villa. Oscar Lafayette, which can be obtained by knocking out Dr. Oscar Lafayette and allows access to the ground floor, first floor, and second floor of the villa. Gardener, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the ruins, exterior, and basement of the villa. Hazmat Suit, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to all of the caves and is the only way to not take damage while in the virus containment chamber while the fans are off. Housekeeper, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to everywhere in the villa, including the attic. Kitchen Assistant, which can be obtained inside Rocco's apartment and allows access to the garden, kitchen, and ground floor of the villa, as well as the clock tower and ice cream shop. Lab Technician, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the whole caves, basement, and front yard of the villa. Mansion Chef, which can be obtained by knocking out Chef Marcello Ray and allows access to the kitchen, basement, and exterior of the villa, as well as the ice cream shop and clock tower. Mansion Security, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the whole villa minus Silvio's room, the ruins, the church, and the sewers. Mansion Staff, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to a majority of the villa minus the observatory, Silvio's room, and attic. Plague Doctor, which can be obtained from the display rack inside the observatory. This is a rare case of a disguise actually restricting your access, as the church and graveyard become trespass zones while you wear it. Priest, which can be obtained by knocking out Father Francesco and allows access to the church and morgue. Private Detective, which can be obtained by knocking out Sal Falcone and is the same as the suit. Roberto Vargas, which can be obtained by knocking out Roberto Vargas and allows access to the garden, front yard, and Francesca's room. Store Clerk, which can be obtained by knocking out the hairdresser. This is the same alpha as the stylist from Paris. Otherwise, it is the same as the suit. Street Performer, which can be obtained by knocking out Umberto Magazzini and is the same as the suit. And finally, Waiter, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the clock tower and ice cream shop. Mission Stories. There are a total of 10 mission stories in World of Tomorrow, and they are as follows. A case most peculiar. This is a way to isolate DeSantis. You can start the story by listening in on a conversation between the hairdresser and his client.
You didn't tell me your cousin was back in town.
Ah, do I detect a certain attraction to the dashing private detective from Milan?
Oh, what of it? He's cute.
Actually, well, I really shouldn't tell you this, but he's here about a case. The client is Francesca DeSantis. You know, the female doctor that's staying at Villa Caruso.
Really? Wonder what she wants with the snoop.
Well, you didn't hear it from me, okay?
After, run over to the private investigator and flick on the radio. Once he's awake, follow him around until he goes to the bathroom.
Miss DeSantis, Sal Falcone. Sorry for the delay. I needed to tie up some few loose ends. Yeah, just got into town. Down at the pier? Sure. Straight away? All right, no time like the present. See you in a bit. Sexy voice.
Once he's in there, knock him out and take his outfit. Then run down to the pier and chat with DeSantis. She'll lead you into a tunnel where you can choose your kill method.
Good to see you, man.
Ah, Mr. Falcone. Looking slightly out of place.
So, what's this about?
Oh, walk with me. This is all too public for my tastes. This is far enough. Mr. Falcone, what I am about to ask you might be highly unorthodox.
Go on.
About a month ago, Silvio Caruso hired you for an acquisition job. I need to know what exactly it was you acquired and why.
I'm afraid I can't do that. PI, confidentiality.
I am willing to pay you handsomely. You could retire, hire others to dig through garbage.
Don't think so. I like to get my hands dirty.
If you wanted to claim the moral high ground, you could have done so over the phone. Saved us both a trip. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Absolution. This is a way to destroy the virus. To start, eavesdrop on Viana Buca's confession at the church.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 7 days since my last confession.
Speak, child.
Yesterday, I made a mistake. I made a mistake, and a man lost his life. A good man. Someone I knew. It was just a tiny little slip-up where I work, but even a small mistake can be catastrophic. They took him to the chapel morgue, and I want to pay my respects. Say how sorry I am. But he's dead, Father, and nothing I say will bring him back. If I go, am I merely being selfish?
My child, grief is for the living, not the dead. You do whatever you need to do, because his sorrow has ended, and yours has not.
Afterward, obtain a church staff uniform and follow her into the morgue. When she's alone, knock her out and take her keycard and dongle as well as the dead scientist's clothes.
You're dead, and you still look stressed out. So, now I have you to feel guilty about. Great. We build a weapon that will kill thousands. And all we feel is intellectual curiosity. Isn't human psychology a laugh? DeSantis asked me if I'm still committed. Like we're on a crusade. We say this virus will end all war, but the truth is, we have no idea, and we don't care. We're just monkeys poking the unknown with a stick, and what of it? There's nothing as potent as an idea whose time has come. No, I don't have second thoughts. But still, being here, I wonder. Hey, if God is mad, give me a heads up, will you?
Then, run to the seaside entrance of the lab and swipe the card. While this is the end of the story, to actually destroy the virus, just head up the stairs on the first prefab on your left and wait for the scientist to turn away. Once he does, interact with the computer to destroy the virus. Beyond the grave. This is a way to isolate Silvio. To start, go into Isabella's room and read the medical report on the table. After this, run to the dining room and make sure no one is looking and turn on the gramophone. Silvio will come running to check it out, and as he does, run to the entrance of the villa and turn on the chairlift while no one is looking. After he runs to you, head back upstairs to Isabella's room and ring the bell. Silvio will tell his guards to wait outside before entering, and he's all yours.
Hello? Is anyone in here? Mother?
I'll use this time to mention I have no idea what's going on here. While recording footage for Sapienza, it was unusually glitchy. As you'll see throughout the video, physics don't apply correctly and my items duplicate at random. I've never had this issue before and I'm not too sure what caused it. It wasn't just on one specific run either, it was throughout the entirety of Sapienza. By candlelight. This is a way to isolate DeSantis. To start, break into her room and read the love letter on the table. After this, spy on the golf coach until he calls DeSantis.
I want you. Your room. Now. Yeah, that's it. Forceful, laconic, manly. Francesca likes that. Still, Roberto Vargas. I'm the one who calls, I'm the one who doesn't answer. Am I really gonna put myself out there for an older chick? No, I gotta think about this. Francesca. I know. I'm not the one who calls. I did say that, but, hey, the guy can change. So, did you get my message? Music to my ears. We'll meet up in your room, okay? I'll call you as soon as Caruso lets me off the hook. He's unusually patient today. No, please. Surprise me. Ciao, Bella.
Once he does, take his outfit. The easiest way to do so is to poison his water, or knock out the guard near the cliff to knock out Vargas. After you have his outfit, grab his phone and call back to Santos. Go back to her room and wait in the chair. After a while, she'll enter alone and you can strike.
Candles, my favorite. You are impossible, Roberto. Look, don't talk. Just listen for a second. I like you, Roberto. You're a lot of fun, and I could even see this under the right circumstances. The situation? It's complicated. You see, Ether, the company I work for, they didn't just send me here to assist Caruso. They sent me here to spy on him. They fear he is becoming a liability. A threat, even. And from what I have seen so far, I think they might be right. This could be dangerous, and I thought you deserved to know. So, well, now you know.
Catharsis. This is a way to kill Silvio. Starting is simple, as all you need to do is listen in on the phone call that happens right next to the default starting location.
Dr. Lafayette speaking. Just so. I'm outside Villa Caruso now, enjoying a coffee in the sun. Lovely town. So, anything I should know about Dr. Caruso before our first session? I was briefed on his anxiety attacks, his genophobia. Very well. Don't you worry. Caruso is not the first troubled genius I have turned around. Just look at Jordan Cross. I'll have young Silvio calm and serene in no time. And you as well.
Once doing so, grab a waiter's uniform and some rat poison from the ice cream shop. Poison Dr. Lafayette's coffee, and once he goes to the bathroom, knock him out and take his outfit. While you're here, drop your gun in the trash as you'll be first entering the mansion. Go to the villa and talk to the butler who will guide you to Silvio's room. From there, wait for Silvio and smother him at your discretion.
Doc? Oscar Lafayette. I have an appointment with Mr. Caruso.
Ah, yes. Senor Caruso has been informed of your arrival. Please, follow me. I shall take you to his quarters. May I say, it is well that you are here, Doctor. The Master has not been himself lately. I only hope you are as good as they say.
Don't worry, I am.
The renowned Dr. Oscar Lafayette.
Mr. Caruso, shall we begin?
If you insist. So, Ether sends a specialist to rummage through my brain. They must think I'm losing it again.
Relax. Start by telling me what's on your mind.
Isn't it obvious? I'm under a lot of pressure. Work. Mother died last year. Stress manifests itself in the strangest ways, I am told.
Your mother, Isabella. Would you like to talk about her?
Look, I know what you're driving at. My neuroses, my anxiety, my social phobias. Not the least my pathological fear of women. It's all deeply rooted.
Go on.
I had a girlfriend, you know. In high school. Pretty, too. Popular. and I was shy, bookish. It shouldn't have worked. Not outside those stupid teen dramedies. But it did. For a short while, anyway. Then Mother decided that Emilio wasn't a good influence on me. So she paid the gardener's son to seduce her. He was 20, roguish, rode a motorcycle. Mother, she had pictures taken, showed them to me on prom night. Romantic love is fleeting, she said. Only a mother's love endures. What do you want me to say? I loved my mother. I hated my mother. Same as everybody else.
Isabella bullied you, shamed and belittled you, made you feel like a failure. All to keep you, her last and loyal son, from ever leaving too.
Stop it. I don't want to hear it.
Your mother was a monster. Is that not why you killed her?
What? How dare you?
You couldn't breathe. She smothered you, so you smothered her. Is that how it happened?
Yes! All right. I did it. I did it.
First day on the job. This is a way to isolate Silvio. You can start by listening to the argument between Rocco and Claudia.
Hey, get your butt into gear or you'll be late.
Relax, it's all good. Just gotta put some pants on.
Rocco, I recommended you to Chef Marcello personally. If he's unhappy with you, I'll get the blame. I could get fired. Is that what you want?
Oh, please. Like, you want to wait on that weirdo Caruso for the rest of your life? Come on, you gotta think big, sis. This, man, all this here is just temporary.
Hey, show some respect. That weirdo is our boss. And
Once doing so, steal Rocco's work outfit. The easiest way to do this is to go through 47's apartment and climb the balcony. Once you have it, head into the villa into the kitchen and talk to Chef Ray. Go stir the pasta before ringing the bell. Like you should do on the channel right now if you haven't already. Wink wink. After this, go to the pantry and grab a can of expired tomato sauce and pour it in. Ring the bell, then wait by the cliffs for Chef Ray to serve the meal. The sauce will make Silvio sick and he'll vomit over the cliff, where you're free to choose your execution method.
Lunch is served. Pasta, Villa Caruso style.
This again. Well, you do show the patience of a good scientist. I can appreciate that. Why, this is excellent. My mother's recipe. You got it right in the end. Huzzah.
Well, it was simply a matter of breaking down the...
Mr. Ray, it's sauce, not rocket science. Oh no. Oh, this is not good. Need to run.
You're not feeling 100%, are you? I can sense these.
Hostile environment. This is a way to destroy the virus. To start, you'll need to read the pamphlet at the front of the caves. After doing so, grab a hazmat suit from the wall and go inside to the containment chamber. To distract the two scientists, sabotage the computer and mix the two red samples using the claw. Once everyone is distracted, raise the temperature. After about 30 seconds, the virus will pop. Memento. This is a way to... I don't know, to be honest. This doesn't isolate nor kill DeSantis, yet the game encourages you to do it. So, here we go. To start, listen in on the two guards in the attic.
This is impossible. Just look for a combination code like Ms. DeSantis said. Caruso's absent-minded. Likes to write things down.
Yeah, but he wouldn't just leave it lying around for the cleaning staff to find. Could be jewelry and stuff inside.
Staff wouldn't even know about the safe. They never come up here. That being said, if I was the doc, keep the code downstairs in my office, bedroom.
On his phone?
Yeah, well...
After this, run down to the room connected to DeSantis' office and nab the safe code. Open the safe and take the DNA sample and give it to DeSantis. She will then burn it, completing the story. Memory Lane. This is a way to isolate Silvio. To start, eavesdrop on two housekeepers on the second floor of the villa.
Hey, I found an old box of VHS tapes in the observatory. I don't know.
Oh, those. They're all, old family clips from his...
Well...
After that, run to the observatory and grab the VHS on the second floor, then run back down and pop them in the player. After this, disguise yourself as the plague doctor and wait for Silvio to come into the observatory. The next time he does, he will dismiss his guard so he can watch the tapes and you're free to strike. However, if you try to slit Silvio's throat using the amputation or circumcision knife, you will get a special kill animation.
I put 47 spices in the pasta. It still tastes like ashes.
I got rid of these.
I hang my head and cry.
Was there a tape machine this whole time?
That summer night in Napoli, with the alley cats serenading our love. Now I prowl the streets around your house like a beast in the night. You are all that I'm thinking.
You're all honest. Please leave the observatory.
I stand outside your window bleeding.
I cannot be disturbed.
Won't you hear me? Won't you see? Ritorna a me. I'm begging you, come back to me. Ritorna a me. I follow you. Ritorna a me. Come back to me, or I will find.
The Good Son. This is a way to isolate Silvio. To start, listen to the phone call being had by the flower delivery guy.
Caruso, you know where it is. Big mansion up in Sapienza, richest family on the coast. Come on, Dante, just do this for me. Those flowers have to be delivered today, and Mr. Caruso is a loyal customer. If we lose his business, the boss will fire me for sure. Come on.
Knock him out and take his clothes, then grab the flowers. Head back into the villa and talk to the butler who will escort you to Isabella's grave. Place down the flowers and wait for Silvio to show up. Once he does, he will dismiss his guards and you can kill at will.
Have a moment without you people breathing down my neck. No, don't argue. Just get out. If either wants to remain, they can send me a memo. Go! Close now, Mother. I will make my mark on this world. You always said I thought too highly of myself. You were wrong. I know what you went through alone in this mansion. Husband dead, abandoned by your favorite sons. Single mother to an unlovable child. You were smart. You had shown such promise. Could have become anything, but you settled for a life of convenience. And when you finally realized your mistake, it was all too late. Well, guess what, Mother? Worse fates than yours have befallen members of the human species. Others have managed to bear the burden more gracefully. You made me feel I was worthless. I will never forgive you. Part of me wishes you were here, Mother.
The virus. While this final entry isn't actually a mission story, or even a challenge for that matter, it's worth a mention in my opinion. In this storage room near Silvio's room, there is a model ship. Shooting the ship will reveal a prototype of Project Samael linked to DeSantis. If you pick it up and throw it anywhere near DeSantis, she will instantly die from poisoning. Mastery. Grinding Mastery in Sapienza is a lot more fun than Paris. Overall, the challenges are a lot more diverse, which leads to a much more enjoyable grind. However, this is cut down by the fact that Sapienza only has one good unlock, that being the modern lethal syringe at level 2. If you're a speedrunner, you could consider the breaching charge at level 15 useful as well, but if you're a speedrunner, you most likely know everything I've said already, so why are you here? Elusive Targets. World of Tomorrow holds 5, technically 6 elusive targets, and they are as follows. The Congressman. Anthony L. Trout is a United States politician and former war hero. He's a center-right conservative, and he plans to run for president in 2024. But many people believe there's more to what meets the eye to Trout, so the contract was put on his head. The Prince. Adalrico Candelera is a cardinal in the Catholic Church from Chile. Reports indicate that he was a big force during the Pinochet era. Quick history lesson, because any chance I get to nerd about history I'm taking. The Pinochet era in Chile was referring to the 17 years between 73 and 90 where Chile's democratically elected government experienced a coup d'etat that was almost certainly backed by the United States. Turns out Pinochet was kind of a dick and the US didn't like that, and Pinochet became an incredibly brutal dictator. If you've ever heard of Pinochet, you probably know him as the guy who loved to yeet people out of helicopters. Anyway, since Alderico is sent to be the next pope, people fear what he will do and have put a contract on him. Fun fact, he is one of, if not the most hated elusive target ever released. The Twin. Dylan Navarez is a co-owner of a massive tobacco company in Southeast Asia. The contract was put forth by his brother Gonzalez so he can consolidate control of the company. The Wild Card. It's fucking Gary Busey. Like, that's not a joke of me saying, like, oh, it looks like him or it sounds like him. We actually have to fucking kill Gary fucking Busey. Like, I don't even know what to say. Here's the briefing.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Hollywood legend and infamous loose cannon, Gary Busey. Code name, The Wild Card. He is in Sapienza to film an advertisement, but is now refusing to participate. The following audio was captured as he fled the set.
You'll never find me! I have the power of invisibility!
This fiasco has cost the client millions, and they've decided to terminate their relationship with the target permanently. Complicating matters is the presence of an angry co-star, Gary Cole. However, he may lead you straight to your target. This is an odd one, but nothing you've not handled before. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
The Guru. Richard J. McGee became famous during the self-help boom of the 90s. He wrote many books and did multiple interviews, until suddenly it all stopped, and he only took exclusive clients. People report there to be a 15-year waiting list for his services. However, rumors have spread of manipulation, extortion, and suicide within his clients. The Deceivers. This is what I meant by there being technically 6 elusive targets. The Deceivers are counted as a separate elusive target even though it is just the Congressman and the Guru at the same time. Variations. Sapienza has 3 map variations, however, I'll only be covering 2 in this video. I'll explain why at the end of the segment. For now, let's hop into the first one. Landslide. In this mission, Silvio Caruso contracts 47 to take out Marco Abiatti. While this is framed as a political assassination, it is revealed in the World of Tomorrow that Silvio actually contracted the hit because Abiatti bullied him in high school. This contract takes place in August of 2017. Here's the briefing.
Good evening, 47. Your destination is Sapienza, Italy. Your target is Marco Abiatti, a wealthy businessman returning to his hometown to run for mayor. A snake-tongued, right-wing populist with mafia ties and money to burn, Abiatti is already comfortably ahead in the polls. However, beneath his silk suits, Abiatti is a callous thug, and organized crime is certain to follow in his wake. Our client, the renowned bioengineer Silvio Caruso, sees Abiatti as a threat, not just to his ancestral town, but the entire country, and he has asked us to dispose of this would-be patrician. I will leave you to prepare.
This version of Sapienza is dubbed Sunset Sapienza, and the main changes include a stage being placed near the beach and a buffet in the town center. Background: Abiatti. Abiatti is a right-leaning politician who is running for mayor in Sapienza. It's not hard to see why the Asia had no qualms about taking him out, as he has deep ties with the mafia and several sexual misconduct allegations against him. Once mayor, he plans to evict a majority of the town, citing the reason of, "This town is too beautiful for the poor." Abiatti also had beef with Father Francesco, who tried excommunicating him from the church. If it is arranged for Francesco and Abiatti to meet, Abiatti will kill the father by throwing him off the roof of the church. Unique NPCs. Landslide hosts 6 unique NPCs. While it is technically only 5 because Father Francesco's in World of Tomorrow, I'm counting him because he acts completely differently. Salvatore Bravomo is a lawyer in Sapienza who has damaging information on Abiatti. However, he chooses to withhold this information and threatens to expose him for it. Fun fact, his name may be a pun because in Italian, I'm so sorry to any of my Italian listeners, Savere bravo uomo means to save a good man. Father Francesco mostly reprises his role from World of Tomorrow. However, he spends the entire mission hiding from Abiatti. If forced to confront him, he will refuse to absolve Abiatti of all his sins. Marcello Faliero is Abiatti's personal photographer. Dr. Docibrosa is a famous brain surgeon who is renowned for transplanting a new brain into a monkey. He can be subdued for a sedative syringe. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it is an option. Mania Bellini is a stage play writer attending the rally. Abiatti appears to be a big fan of her work and suggests having one set in Sapienza. Professor Antonio is a left-leaning reporter of the journal La Repubblica, who interviews Abiatti for a short while. Roberto Mullo is Abiatti's personal assistant who relays information to him from his apartment. Apparently, he has a fondness for oysters. Disguises. There are 14 disguises in Landslide, with 4 of them being unique to the mission. They are Photographer, which can be obtained by knocking out Marcello Faliero and allows access to the staff area, stage, and pier. Salvatore Bravomo, which can be obtained by knocking out Salvatore Bravomo and allows access to the clock tower and his office. Security, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the sewers, pier, and staff area. Stage crew, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to the staff area and pier. Mission stories. There are 5 mission stories in Landslide. Let's talk about them. By the way, do as I say, not as I do in this section. All the gameplay was recorded at 2 AM when I was very out of it, so please just ignore the background footage. Above the law. This is a way to isolate Abiatti. To start, bring a lockpick and listen in on the 2 guards near the buffet.
Any update on the Bravomo situation?
No, he still hasn't turned up at his office. I'm on my way up there right now.
Okay, better check all the shops on the way. It's very important that Abiatti talks to him, so that means every shop.
Got it.
All right, good.
After, run to the bathroom and distract everyone inside before you pick the door Bravomo's behind. Knock him out and take his clothes and throw him in the bin as well as throwing away your gun. Then, talk to the guard outside the clock tower and follow him inside and wait for Abiatti. Once he comes into the office, after a minute he will dismiss his guards and you're free to kill him however you please. However, if you wait until he's in front of the desk, you can perform a custom execution.
Nice to finally meet you, Bravo Uomo. I've been hearing a lot about you.
Good things, I hope.
Well, everything is relative, right? Now, I hear that you love our fair town as much as I do, and that makes me happy. We elite need to stick together, build a better world, wouldn't you say?
People talk too much. So, are we gonna do this?
Whoa, slow down, amigo. I'm just here to talk. I apologize for the men outside, but I'm very high profile and need protection. We don't need to be enemies. We can become friends.
Keep talking.
You clearly are a man who knows how to cut through the crap.
don't let anyone in, you hear?
That's a Roger, sir.
Let me speak frankly. That's what I do, and that is why the people love me. You have something that can put me in an awkward situation. An unnecessarily awkward situation. For you see, I'm only interested in what is best for this town, and that is money. Now, you can join me or be against me. What would it be, Bravo? It's a life-altering question.
I'll pass.
Cheat sheet. This is a way to isolate Abiatti. Start by eavesdropping on 2 people near the security van.
What's with the camera up there? What, is he scared people are gonna steal his campaign posters?
Yeah, he has to be pretty paranoid. Hey, you know what I noticed? He's got a small earpiece in his ear. I don't think he's listening to some football match. Sometimes he taps it and gets really angry. It's like his life depends on it. It's creepy, right?
Yeah, wonder what
After, hop the banister and turn off the camera and watch as Mulo comes to investigate. Follow him and his guard back up to the apartment and knock them out. Pick up Abiatti's appointment book and reschedule one.
Sir, it's me. Sorry to interrupt.
What? I'm busy here.
Giovanetti's people called. They would like to push the meeting 1 hour ahead, if that's possible.
Like I'm some kind of greenhorn he could just push around. Okay, let me think.
Sir, should I reschedule the meeting?
Are you stupid? No, I will be there.
Next, run to the left side of the church and climb up the rocks, then go to the other side of the graveyard and sneak around the guard, then climb up to Abiatti, and he's all yours. Dynamite Smile. This is a way to kill Abiatti. To start, look at the photographer's phone and then tamper with the fireworks. Then, run to the restaurant overlooking the event and grab the detonator before running back down and grabbing the photographer's outfit. After this, talk to Marco and lead him to the pier. Grab the camera and hit the button when he's next to the rig. This is a way to isolate Abiatti. Start by bringing a lockpick and listening in on 2 church workers near the confessional.
I don't understand where the father is gone. Have you seen him?
No, it's very strange. He's never acted like this before.
But we need to find him. People are waiting for confession and...
Maybe it's Abiatti.
What do you mean?
He's looking for him too. And I heard rumors that they have history between them.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. We need to find him. He needs to do his work. God's work.
Yes, you are right.
Next, pick the door at the back and take Father Francesco's outfit. Run outside and talk to Abiatti, then wait for him at the confessional.
Ciao, Father. I've been looking for... Get out of my face. Father, there you are. My God, you had Botox too. Of course. Oh, nothing wrong with a little holy vanity. I want to confess. I know I have sinned, but I want to make a fresh start. I'll see you in the confession booth. Don't let me down. Grazie.
Thank you, Father, for seeing me. I've been looking for you.
I'm listening.
Thank you, Father. I thought you would be more reluctant, but I have sinned. I've committed horrible acts of greed, lust, and more. I'm currently planning on evicting this town and all of the old scum that's been sitting on this gold mine. I did it because of avarice, I'll admit. But this is such a beautiful town. It's far too good for the poor. We can make so much money here. And, well, will you forgive me, Father?
10 Hail Marys, and you're on your way to redemption.
Is that it? You have relaxed with time, Father Francesco. Thought you would put up a fight.
I believe in forgiveness.
Okay. I know you won't, talk. Seal of confession, you know. But I want the church on my side. I'm a good Catholic. So maybe join me on the roof where we can talk a bit more privately about how we can scratch each other's backs. Hopefully see you up there, Father.
Once he confesses, wait for him on top of the church and you can strike. If you push him over the edge, you get one of the coolest kills in the series, in my opinion.
Nice to you, but why so serious? Look at this town. It has so much to offer. Together, with the support of the church. This...
Stage fried. This is a way to eliminate Abiatti. Start by reading the note near the stage. Next, obtain a stage crew outfit. Totally unrelated, I found this conversation this guy has with his girlfriend really sweet and cute, so take a listen.
Oh, shit. Hey, you. Listen, I've been thinking all day, and I just want to say I'm sorry. Warning. I was just tense about the day and stressing out. And
boy, that's not good.
You don't deserve me snapping at you. I know. I want to be home too. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I'll call or I'll text you as soon as they tell us anything.
That stomach flu, man. It's going around.
Again,
I was in bed all week. Came out both ends. Spinning like a freaking propeller. What a mess. Sorry. No, yeah.
Once you have his outfit, run to the pier and grab a screwdriver, then sabo the wires on stage. Distract the guy here, then turn up the water pressure. Then, go turn on the microphone and wait for Abiatti to take stage. Once he's giving his speech, interact with the laptop to kill him. The icon. The icon is the second map variation of Sapienza, and I fucking hate this mission with a burning passion. Recording footage for this map has been the most infuriating Hitman experience I've ever had, and I've been playing this game for 7 years. I hate it so goddamn much. If they remove this map from the game by the time this video is uploaded, it will not be soon enough. I hate this map, and I swear to God I'm never playing it again. Anyway, 47 is hired by Leventura Pictures to take out Dino Bosco as he is single-handedly bankrupting the studio. Here's the briefing.
Good morning, 47. Your destination is the Italian coastal town of Sapienza, where our client, L'Avventura Pictures, is shooting a superhero epic based on the cult graphic novel The Icon. Your target is Dino Bosco, the film's director and leading man. A washed-up character actor, Bosco sees The Icon as his big comeback. Unfortunately, his rampant perfectionism and complete disregard for the budget has left L'Avventura on the verge of bankruptcy. Still, he doggedly refuses to wrap the production. L'Avventura cannot fire Bosco without violating their contract. That is why they have asked us to retire him before the whole studio goes belly up. I will leave you to prepare.
Now, it is debated when this contract actually takes place, as the wiki says late March of 2017, a few months before the events of Landslide. But in Landslide, Abiatti says that Dino died years prior. So in order to not break the timeline, let's assume Marco misspoke and meant to say a few months prior. Background: Dino. Dino Bosco is a 50-year-old actor who got his fame from the 80s slasher genre. He eventually fell into the pitfall of stardom and became addicted to drugs and alcohol. This came to a climax when he pissed on a screen during a showing of his new movie because he didn't like the editing. Fun fact, his suit is actually bulletproof, but weapons with the piercing perk can go through it. Disguises. There are 5 disguises in the icon, with 2 of them being unique to the mission. They are: Movie Crew, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to everywhere minus Bosco's trailer and the SFX area. SFX Crew, which can be obtained by knocking out anyone wearing the outfit and allows access to everywhere minus Bosco's trailer. Mission stories. There are 4 mission stories in the icon. An explosive ending. This is a way to kill Bosco. To start, read the manual in the trailer. Afterward, steal the remote from the SFX area and swap to manual controls. Once Bosco hits the ramp, hit the trigger.
Get into it. I want to feel the danger. I want to feel the heat. Capiche? Action! Zygon!
Light My Fire. This is a way to kill Bosco. Start by listening in on 2 SFX workers at the back of the set.
Yeah, it arrived this morning. But it's strong stuff. I want to test it before I use it here on Old Ed.
Okay,
why? It's kind of cheap, but really potent. Can make the whole thing blow up. Set fire to everything around it. Not handled correctly.
Okay, we're about to start shooting. I don't want to have to come look for you, okay? Stay focused.
Next, pick the lock on the fuel crate and take one. Replace the fuel and the next shoot, Bosco will be burned alive. Something to chew on. This is a way to kill Bosco. Start by listening to 2 workers near the cafe.
Oh, man.
Hey, good
Hope
to
they
see
get
you,
the
man.
pressure right this time.
Yeah, you know, I hope it's set too high, so they shoot Bosco up into those teeth and just chew him up.
Next, grab a screwdriver on the table here and an FSX crew outfit. Then, increase the ramp pressure and disable the safety on the teeth, and next shot, Dino will be chopped up. Time to meet the fans. This is a way to isolate Dino. Start by eavesdropping on his manager in the cafe.
Hi. Look, I don't know what to do. Bosco is being impossible. I know you told me. Don't patronize me. Yeah, I know he's my client. That's why I set up this Q&A, to give him some decent exposure, but he's being a jerk. What are you saying? Sabotage the set to get him to do it? Look, that's not even funny, all right? Look, he's doing a fine job sabotaging this film and his career all by himself with his goddamn ego.
Then sabotage the set and he will isolate himself in the clock tower for you to kill. Elusive Targets. There is one elusive target on the icon. The Bad Boy. Bartholomew Argus is a British movie star in hiding. 6 months before the contract, he and notorious British gangster Tommy the Hammer Stokes were stopped in a routine traffic stop. The police found many unregistered weapons and drug paraphernalia in the car, so the two were arrested. Argus argued that he knew about none of this and put all the blame on Tommy. He was successful and Tommy was sent to prison for 10 years. However, Tommy claims that Argus is the mastermind of it all, and so he put a contract on his head for revenge. At the top of the segment, I mentioned Sapienza had 3 variations, but we were only doing 2 today. That is because the third one, called The Author, is a part of the Patient Zero campaign. And because of how Patient Zero is laid out, I'll be doing one big video after we finish Season 1 covering all the maps. This means in the future I will not be covering the Source in Bangkok, the Vector in Colorado, or Patient Zero in Hokkaido, Sapienza and Freelancer. Sapienza and Freelancer is quite fun. Given the many sniping positions, it can be interesting to take out your targets in this manner. The one issue is the bathrooms in the villa. Most of them have open windows that can be risky to drown or subdue your targets there when you seeker them. And that is everything you need to know about Sapienza and Hitman. Holy shit, this video took so long to make. The script came out to around 5,000 words, so given all the improvising I'm doing, I'm guessing it's around 5,500 now. Thank fuck no other map is this big. So, yeah. Besides that, if you got to the end of this massive slog, thank you so much, and welcome to the channel. If you liked, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm really hoping to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the month. I think that'd be really cool. So if you want to help me reach that goal, please do subscribe. And besides that, I hope you'll join me next week as we look at the failed coup d'etat in Marrakesh, Morocco. Have a good day, folks.